today's episode of the Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Lisa Driskel Hawxby. She is the owner of Embellished by LDH. How are you, Lisa?
I'm great. Thanks for having me today.
Oh, it's good to have you back. Mm-hmm. Good to have you back in a different capacity.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And so, we're no cocktails today.
I know.
But
other fun stuff.
Yes. And
other
I still do know how to make them.
Oh, I know you do.
So.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt. So we are talking a lot this week about the Bridgerton event that's coming up. Mm-hmm. And I knew when I said this was going to be a masquerade that you were the perfect person to say, and Lisa is going to be our masquerade mask vendor, our preferred vendor.
Love it.
Because the things that I have seen you create, seriously, are just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I have a few of your pieces. Tell me what kinds of things you created. Just like, what are your top 3 or 4 things that you create?
Sure. So I do a lot of fashion accessories. Hats are a really big thing. Mm-hmm. I love a good hat. Mm-hmm. I also do jewelry, and then I'm getting into some handbags and apparel. I also do decor items, and so seasonal decor or a one-of-a-kind art piece. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of mixed media art, so it's not your traditional painting on the wall.
Right.
It's much more of a experiential piece where mm-hmm. you're part of that experience.
Yeah, and it's really cool. Like, I love to see, I follow your social media page, mm-hmm. and I love when you pop up something that you've just created for somebody else. But the problem is, I always want it, and it always makes me be like, oh, I need one kind of like that, Mm-hmm. And so I'm probably going to have to, at some point, just change a room to all my accessories that have been custom made. And the one thing that I do like, and we talked about this a little bit off camera, you will get on social media and be like, hey, I need anybody have any bird's nest that some birds left behind? I mean.
Yeah. So I say that I like to repurpose with a purpose, and I often say I hope I'm saving some things from a landfill, mm-hmm. as well as I like to tell my people that this item had a life before you, and now it gets to live a legacy on with you.
That's great.
And so the bird's nests were actually for an outdoor wedding mm-hmm. I did a couple weeks ago. They had I spend a lot of time with my clients to make sure that this is about them, and they wanted a very storybook kind of fairy tale wedding. And so I was looking around, and how could I take care of some cocktail tables, and I saw the bird's nest, and then I saw another picture of the little kind of teepee looking stands, uh-huh. and then the frames, and I was like, oh, how can I put all this together? I will tell you, sometimes in my mind things go together a lot more easily than they did. My husband was a little suspicious that I could pull it off, mm-hmm. and I said, don't you doubt me. And
that's right.
I think they turned out great.
They did. I saw pictures of those as well, and that is why I was like, because we don't, people are going to come. There'll be all kinds of people coming mm-hmm. this ball, and all kinds of outfits, attire, but the mask, mm-hmm. that it just says so much. It says so much. And these ones that you brought today, I mean, like this one, like I just want to wear it today. I feel like I should wear it today. Right?
I love it.
Like I should have this on today because it's perfect, and it's so it's so beautiful. And you can tell that these are like handmade with mm-hmm. some love.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely tell. And so you have been taking custom orders for the ball.
I have been.
For masks.
I have been.
Uh-huh. And do you have any room left at this point for any more?
I think I have about room for maybe 2 more mm-hmm. on my dance card. Mm-hmm. So I am working on them right now. Mm-hmm. And these that I brought today are just kind of some prototypes.
Yeah.
And they can seem a little safe for some people. But let me tell you, the queens mm-hmm. that I am making the masks for are mm-hmm. It's going to be over the top.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited about those. And so creating something that's really about that person's personality mm-hmm. as much as their attire mm-hmm. is really important to me.
Yeah, I love that. And that seems to be like your thing with every single thing mm-hmm. and every piece that you create. No 2 are the same. Mm-hmm. Like you're not mass producing, no 2 are the same. I brought you one of my hats, like one of my fedoras, mm-hmm. and I had no idea what it was going to look like when you gave it back. But I was cool with that because I know that it's going to look good. Like I'm looking at your necklace right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure that is something you created.
It is. And actually, the funny thing is like I said, I repurposed a lot of materials. This is actually a broken bracelet and a broken earring.
Wow.
And so a lot of times I will collect things and I'm not quite sure, but I kind of keep a mental inventory, and then I'll get something else and it'll like speak to me. And so as soon as I got, again, all 3 pieces, either from a secondhand store or just from someone's junk jewelry box.
Yeah.
I had been thinking about this, and as soon as I got the final piece, the necklace, I was like, I know exactly what I want to do. And so then I just kind of get to work.
Yeah.
But the joy is really, so I get the joy from the creative process and also building connection.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my core values with my business. And so I always say, I get to be a part of it, but it's really not about me. It's about a reflection. So when you wear that hat out, I love it when people say, did Lisa make that hat for you? But I really love it because you are confident wearing that hat because it speaks to who you are and your individual style.
Yeah, and it's very true. Like when I got it back, I was like, see, Lisa knows me. Like, you know me. And another thing that you sometimes ask for is old jewelry. Like if people have old jewelry, like don't toss it.
Nope.
Like old costume jewelry. Bring it to you.
Yes, even if it's broken.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm going to kind of part it out anyway. And so I do that with all types of things. And so sometimes, folks will be like, oh, we're getting ready to move. I'm going through my craft room and I have, some yarn or some ribbon or some remnants of something that I'm either going to throw in the trash or try to find somebody to take. And so I take those things. And like I said, I have a very small and somewhat well-organized studio where I try to keep all the things, and I really look at every piece before, and that way I can kind of have it in my mind.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I'll kind of go back into that Rolodex and say, oh, I think I have something that color, or oh, somebody gave that, or sometimes because we are a community, and I love that so much about us.
Yes.
I will be making a piece for a particular person, and unbeknownst to them, I am connecting something with that I've gotten from somebody else.
That's amazing. I love everything about that. I love everything about what you do and how you are so intentional about what you do. It is what makes it all stand out. So I know I got the right one, and I'm telling you guys, if you want those last 2 slots, you probably better give Lisa a call.
Yep, just get on my social media.
Get on her social media. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you. It's been great.